Remember, it was Virat Kohli who played with maturity on the big day. After a wobbly start that India got off to, they needed somebody to rescue them and see them through, and it was Kohli who raised his hand. The player of the match, however, broke the news of him retiring from the format after India's thrilling win. Listen in to Virat Kohli.
He's been a champion player without a doubt, and we all know, what he has done for us, and at some point, everyone has to say goodbye to the game. And Virat obviously was very clear that this is what he wanted to do, and he was very clear before the start of the tournament as well. And I'm very happy for him, that he batted like he did in the finals. I know, the quality that he has, the big games and all of that. He's going to come good. And when we wanted him the most, he came out and performed the way he did. So, very happy looking at his career. Obviously, he's been a champion player. We know, we can see the stats and everything there. But, nice way to sign off from this format.
Rohit Sharma with heaps of praise for Virat Kohli, somebody who's played a lot of career with as well over all these years. But let me go across to Nikhil once again. Nikhil, there's one thing that really interests me over there that Virat Kohli says. He says that it was an open secret that this was to be his last T20 World Cup, perhaps his last T20 international for India as well. But was it really as open a secret as he says?
Harshad, I think he alluded to the fact that India were desperate to win an ICC trophy as being an open secret. That is something that, the entire world knew, that they want an ICC trophy after years of pain. So that is something that was an open secret. In terms of his retirement, I think Virat himself knew about it. I'm sure people close to him knew about it. It's not a decision that he's just taken, which he was explaining there, that this is something he thought about even before playing that final. And even if India had not won this final, even if India had not won this trophy, this was to be his last T20 I game. Of course, I just want to let the fans know that if you are a big fan of Virat Kohli, the T20 batter, worry not. He's still going to be playing the IPL. But yes, for India, and there's a good reason behind it. I think Virat said it best when he says that there is a new generation, there's a 2-year cycle, and there is a new generation that you can see. Look at it from a Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli's point of view. As I mentioned earlier, they regarded this as their bunch of players, their team. And once you've done well, and once you believe that your team is ready to make that transition, and that there are players that what we've built on, that legacy or that standard of cricket that we built on, if there are players good enough to replace you and continue with that standard, then I think it's time to move on. And I think it's a great decision. Sometimes we've seen legends of the past find it really hard to let go of a sport that they love so much, where they've excelled at. But I think in terms of timing, brilliant timing from both Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, because you've got a few players. You look at the IPL, the amount of talent that you have this young blood that's playing fearless cricket. That's the demand of this T20 format. Even a Virat and a Rohit had to change their natural game to adapt to the changing demands of T20 cricket. And I think that is the reason why they've decided to hang up their boots, allow a few players like the Yashasvi Jaiswal sitting on the bench, like the Rinku Singh who could not make the 15-member squad, like a Sanju Samson who's not a youngster but could play maybe for a good period of 3-4 years if you do require that sort of experience. Maybe allow the other young guns that you see in the IPL come forward and take Indian cricket to greater heights. And we heard from Mr. Gavaskar on the India Today broadcast, where he said that, listen, this was like a batter batting. Indian team was a batter batting in the 90s. All it needed was a century. This is that century, this trophy. And then you will see this generation win a few more trophies. We were talking about the T20 World Cup 2 years ago. Later, there is also the Champions Trophy that is to happen in less than a year's time in Pakistan. That's an ICC trophy. There'll be a WTC final that will be played, which India have come very close to winning but haven't been able to do that. So I think those are the tournaments that now you will see both Virat as well as Rohit concentrate on.
Absolutely, and suddenly now 2 vacancies for the Indian team to fill as well.